Well, we've reached the end of this first season, and I have to say, I actually enjoyed Love and Hip Hop Miami. I really did. Let's go ahead and talk about it.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for the finale of season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Miami. And like I said, I enjoyed this season. I really did. Now their finale, child, was just one big fight. Just one big fight scene. But we're gonna roll through. And it's the same old. But yeah, we're ending the season and we kind of know people and know what it is they do and how they move. So I think it'll be really easy transition into a season 2. Anyway, these two we don't need to see anymore. Trick and Trina were doing a radio interview. What the hell's going on with Trina? Trina's face was just as ashy and her lips were just pasty. I said, did you do that makeup yourself that morning? She didn't look good at all. And Trick is just talking about he ain't going to give, he backpedaling the pussy popping. He don't want to give Joy the divorce now. I said, okay, so you gave a party. You went around and around. We had 92 scenes that we really didn't care to see. All about you and Joy. And at the end of the day, you're not going to give her a divorce anyway. All right, Trick. You know what? It was cute for you to help with your name to kick off the first season. Don't bring your ass back. Do not bring your ass back. You and Trina go on and do whatever that is y'all going to do, but don't bring y'all's ass back on here. Here. Bye. See you. Night-night. Moving on. Pretty Ricky. You all are another one. It was cute for a first season to usher the show into us. We need not see y'all's old asses anymore walking around here. Child, they get talking about Slick, and he been out wilding out, taking his clothes off. Oh, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Ugh. Taking his clothes off on stage, and they showed a clip. Then he had a nerve to get up on there and do dick pics on the... Baby, listen. Ain't but one member of your whole group that we're even going to accept any clothing being missing, and that's that little tiny one. Spectacular. The rest of you all, if you don't put your shit on and get somewhere and sit down. And Slick is horrible. Horrible. I said, oh, stop it. So just like, yeah, we don't need to see no more of them. Baby Blue, he could actually come back because he's messy as hell. So, Baby Blue could come back. And possibly Pleasure P because he's kind of lackluster mess. Yeah, them two. But the group as a whole, bye. Bye. Because what have y'all done? Y'all ain't did nothing really. Anyway, Gunplay. We saw him, he basically turned himself to his spirituality for rehab. And Kiara came in and told him, no, you junkie motherfucker, that's not going to work. All of this is cute, putting the fruit in the water and all of that, and sending it off to the goddess of whoever that is and all of that. But what I'm going to need for you to do, is a good old 12-step program with some cold turkey, honey. It's time for you to take your ass to a real rehab, honey. And you can be as spiritual as you like down to the rehab, but you need to go to the rehab or I'm out. And he actually did end up, first he was kind of like pushing back with her. She told him, I'm going to leave, honey. And eventually he gave in and he went and checked himself into rehab, and I was glad of it. I said, good, take your ass in there. You'll look nice when you come out. Maybe you'll come out with that lop of shit cut off the back of your head. But other than that, I hope he does better, because he could be something, you know? Mess. Okay, so whole thing, everything else is going to go down at this Trick and Trainer barbecue. They're having a Trick and Trainer barbecue. First things first, we start off, we see young Hollywood. You are a sleazeball, as we seen you from the beginning, as we thought you were from the beginning. You are a sleazeball. You all are exactly what you all showed up to be. Young Hollywood is a sleazeball. Veronica is a slut and a self-centered whore. JoJo is rich and ain't for bullshit. Okay. Amara is a bit of a crybaby, but talented and pretty and cool, and she is likable, though she is a bit of a crybaby. Okay, so we went through the whole season with the whole Afro-Latina thing and the Afro and the I'm dark skin versus light skin. We did all of that, and we're cool with it. We walked through all that with you. Now we're done with that. When you come back, if you come back, and I'm sure you will come back because you're the breakout star for season 2, don't come back with the Afro-Latina storyline. We're done with that. We already did that. Okay? Steph LaCour, you ain't shit. You are along to get along, and you just are a person that is just there, and you will do whatever you need to do with whatever you need to do it with whoever you need to do it with to get some camera time. And for that, we really don't need to see your blue-headed ass hit no more either. Because you ain't nothing but an old slick, sly Smurfette, honey. We don't need to see you. You can go ahead on. She's a little slimy. She's not trustworthy. So, and her thing, and my thing is, there was no side to pick for her. She needed to stay neutral. But she clearly chose a side. But anyway, young Hollywood basically chose Veronica's side when it comes to Veronica and Amara. Veronica told him, you know what, if you want this pussy, you're not going to work with her no more. His nose is open. He says, okay, no problem. And then he went, and that was fine, but then he went into this whole thing of calling Amara ghetto. So we're not over the whole thing. It really is, he really does have an issue about her dark-skinned ass. He does. It is what it is. He is very much racist, like we always thought he was. He's a sleazeball. Like I said, Veronica, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, and you go ahead. I mean, it is what it is. You use what you got to get what you want. You wanted him, you got him. I hope that works out for you. Anyway, they came into that party. They were already down there talking. Steph LaCour was doing her thing, you know, to fill in, to get along. You know, she just sitting there talking. Veronica literally rolled into the party, started right up with, there was nothing even going on. There was no need to be having a conversation. You had already knew and figured out that you don't want to be friends with Amara. You don't want to be friends with JoJo. Y'all both had y'all fallings out, but you walked right up on them and started a fight. You walked right up and started a fight. You start talking real shit to them. You was talking cold cash money to them. And I sat there and I watched them, and I was like, in a minute, they're not going to take this shit. And sure enough, the two of them, you got real groovy. She seen them positioning themselves. Well, she didn't see Amara, really, but she's talking that cash money to JoJo. She's mad at JoJo. And she had seen JoJo had her foot up on the stool on one side of the bench. She knew JoJo was going to leap over there and get out her ass. But what she didn't count for was that Amara could actually get to her. Because you're sitting here talking cash money shit to two people. And what do you think is going to happen? And her and JoJo jumped at each other, but Amara actually got over there faster, and Amara got a handful of Veronica and yanked her whole motherfucking ponytail down. I said, It was real fast. I said, oh. Said, uh-huh. Yeah. I said, child, that Amara moved too fast. She got a hold to your ass. And then after they got them all broke up, did you see how young Hollywood was walking with her kikiing and cackling and laughing? He thought that shit was cute. What type of bitch made shit was that? So you go set your girlfriend up to go down there for the yanker ball? You thought that was cute. It was cute all the way up until they had a handful of her hair, huh? Don't worry about her. She's ghetto. She's ghetto. Is she? No, she's fast. That's what she is. Amara is fast. And she got a handful of that blonde mess on top of your head. Like to yank your damn brains out. A mess. And Steph McCoy, I said, they seen her for who she was. And they were like, JoJo and Amara was like, we ain't fucking with her no more. And they just shouldn't. You know, she didn't overtly say anything, or just, but you chose sides that it was very evident as to what you were doing. Ain't nobody messing with you, Steph. So you can go about your way. Okay. Also, so then we got Bobby goes with Miami Tip. Miami Tip talked Bobby into apologizing to Trina. And he did. I wouldn't have. The line was drawn in the sand. When Trina told Bobby, you're beneath me and you'll never be on my level, the line was drawn in the sand. It is what it is. And it would be for me, fuck her. I wouldn't give a damn what part of my family she was related in. I would not be fucking with Trina. I would not be kissing her ass. I would give her my ass to kiss. But I definitely would be kissing hers. And my thing would be to show her, bitch, I'm going to be everything that I say I'm going to be. But he went in there and he apologized and he was just as happy. And she was still throwing shade. Still throwing shade. I said, look at her. Still throwing shade. It didn't, made you look, you were very unlikable on this, Trina. Very unlikable. This show didn't do you any favors. It really didn't. That was that. They squashed their little shit or whatever. Next, child, we got Malik and Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I already told you before, you're cute, but you ain't shit. All you are doing is trying to secure a bag. You're trying to find your homeless ass somewhere to stay, and you're trying to secure the bag. You done went and apologized to Malik and told him, I was wrong. I was wrong. You wasn't wrong. You hadn't done anything wrong. Nothing. And you know you didn't do anything wrong, but you need to appease this damn goofball and go ahead so you can keep getting to the money. And this is what I noticed. I kept looking at Malik and saying, who does he look like to me? You know who Malik looks like from SpongeBob? He looks like Mrs. Puff. He reminds me of Mrs. Puff. I said, look at her, Annie. And anyway, so he made up with Mrs. Puff. And they went on, child, it goes to the little cookout. And they see Bobby. And then they got to go ahead this confrontation. And I was like, what is this? You know, production set this little meeting up. Bobby, oh Bobby. Bobby took and antagonized him and lured Mrs. Puff into a position where they did a scene and Mrs. Puff showed her whole dirty slip. Malik made an absolute fool of himself, yelling and screaming, and Bobby was over there doing that little condescending thing. Well, why are you yelling, honey? What is the problem? Oh, you're mad. Oh. I said, oh, Bobby. Bitch is working. He let Mrs. Puff have it. Child, Malik was trying to be all calm. The next thing you know, he was doing the crazy act. And puff it all up. I said, Mrs. Puff. He was screaming and he was yelling. And before they even got over, when they were going to the conversation, Jeffrey kept saying, no, let's just not even. Because, see, Jeffrey tried to keep the lines of communication open. You going to keep on being with him and getting his money, and when Bobby gets the money, you gonna get over there and get some of that, because you know Bobby ain't learned his lesson when it comes to Jeffrey. Jeffrey must got some good something that Bobby done had and likes it. And Jeffrey got a little hold on Bobby. But, yeah, Jeffrey is in it to win it. He's in it for Malik to take care of him, and he's in it to get whatever he can get out of Bobby. Bobby, watch yourself. She's a shapeshifter. She ain't worth the time that you're going to put in, and she's definitely not worth anything that you're going to give her. That goddamn Jeffrey she needs to be watched, honey. She's a gold digger. I'm telling you. The bitch is a gold digger. I know her type. She cute, though, but that bitch is using what she got to get what she want, honey. Whether it be in the front or the back, I have a feeling that she's using both. Workout, bitch. Get money, bitch. But, yeah, Bobby, that's all she doing. She working y'all both. But anyway, Mrs. Puff and Bobby. Baby, that Mrs. Puff made herself look so crazy, I can give him this, and I can give him that, and you got, all you got is chump change. I said, do you know how stupid you sound? You think that you're the more qualified person to have him because you can afford him because he ain't nothing but a gold digger. How foolish do you sound? You old puffy bitch. Dumbass. Going on and on. I said, child, listen to her. Still call him a creature and a queen and all that. And what does all that mean? He's going to be the creature or the queen with his money in the bank, and you're going to be the dumbass Mrs. Puff, and this little sissy going to be walking around with your creature, your queen that you got, is going to be walking around with your motherfucking money and got you looking crazy out in these streets, dummy. But whatever, go ahead on, because you think you done won. You think you won the stolen boyfriend. Bravo, Mrs. Puff. Anyway, moving on. You could definitely... You might as well come on back, girl, because you're entertaining to watch because you're so damn stupid. Moving on. Dawn, with your messy ass. Dawn and Shay come to the little barbecue. And Dawn already knew she starts a mess. She brought Shay right to Joy and P. Now, you're supposed to be friends with Joy. You're friends with Joy, though you brought Little Ugly there to beat Joy up. You already know how Little Ugly goes down. You know she was coming there not to do nothing but to fight Joy. You brought her there. Or your friend. What kind of friend shit is that? I don't need no friends like that. Bring nobody to whoop my ass. But anyway, she walked up. She was like, hey, friend. Hey, ex. Hey, snitch. And then she starts going back and forth with Joy. Now, Joy, I can't say that I feel sorry for you because of the simple fact that, Joy, you knew exactly what you were doing. Exactly what you were doing. When you told Pleasure P about Shay being with Scrappy, you knew exactly what you were doing. You were setting yourself up in a way because you another stolen boyfriend situation. You wanted Pleasure. Then you know you could have him. He's an old hot fat dick, honey. He ain't care. He would have slept with you anyway. You didn't have to do that, but being as though you did, you got yourself in a position. Little Ugly ain't got nothing to lose, Joy. And when I say she's fast too. She jumped across the table, and she actually, the funny part was that you were standing up first, talking that Cash Money shit, and you actually let Little Ugly get over there to you. And when I tell you she yanked and pulled Joy's motherfucking brains out, by that, whatever that, it must be weave that Joy got. She got a hold of that shit and yanked her, honey. It gave her all this, honey, and made her sit down. She pulled her in so hard it made her sit down. I said, you know they don't let no ugly people up on you. Ugly people will fuck you up. Ugly people are mad at the world, bitch. They'll fuck you up. They get their hands on you. So that was that. But I didn't feel bad for you, Joy, because you brought that on yourself. You really did. They told you snitches get stitches, honey. How's your hand, honey? Anyway, but that's basically where we actually cut out. And the reunion starts next week. And it's a multiple part. So we will see what actually goes on. But the season was good. It was cool. I enjoyed Miami. I enjoyed Miami more than New York. All right, you guys. Later.